And welcome back, picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire at the bottom of round 73. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. So Spring Council, that's fine. We have you researching something that we do want to research, so it's fine that research and discovery are balanced. Battle. Like Autocracy and enforcement, so I could take either option. On the other hand, okay, all the militia units get 9% bonus. If we're going militia, maybe, but also at the same time, at some point, we're going to want recruits, and a steady trickle of 200 recruits from thin air is always nice. Got myself surprised by walking face first into some marauders. Okay. Not taking that city, obviously. Minor regime. Let's try to send a spy.
Roger that.
Figure out how they are, what they are. Okay, we have enough to hold roughly this picket. We're not going to be able to push in on that raider. That Free Folk raider gets to keep his ruined city to himself for the moment. Okay, we got a unit encircled. GR shields I'm not super sold on actually using in combat right now. Okay, so that's a hex we'll just be able to pick up in a moment. In a future turn. Okay, so it looks like we've got pretty much what's left of the rotors locked up here. 26 Valley Weather units, 14, 13, and 49. So that's going to be the spoopy one. That's going to be the one that's going to kill lots of our guys. Probably. Don't like the fact that the nomads have come towards us in that way. Don't have picket forces immediately available to go push them back. With the proverbial equivalent of peer pressure. Well, I say that, if we're just looking for peer pressure, I could send the mobile shield out. That should slow them down a little bit. Not that I'm expecting the mobile shield to win in a fight gloriously, but unless they're going to declare war, they're not going to try to move through the shield. We finished... No, we haven't finished the solar panels yet. We're still working on that tech, are we? Yeah. Oof. Looked like another... Well, actually, did our tech rate increase? It did increase. Okay, so it's maybe not that bad. So that's 7 turns out. Okay, rail asset 1 turn away from completion. Let's go ahead and throw the rails in now. And then if we can build in the capital, it'll be a little bit of an issue in the meantime, but railheads are pretty cheap. Try to build me a railhead. In fact, actually, to encourage that to complete without interrupting anything else, I'm going to give the capital 300 workers as colonists.
Affirmative.
So that should be enough workers to operate the railhead. Well, to build and operate. And then as we get more and more metal, we can extend the rail network to go out to our other cities. Well, I believe I have peace with everyone. Again, basically got peace with everyone that we know. We did just... oh, we don't have peace with them. We have enough recon to negotiate with them. So let's get peace. We got peace. Got a critical peace. That's nice to see. Officer protection obviously can't do it with them. We already skated with them. Because we were critical failed last time. They're not in the space where we can do it with them. Got protection with them. This target is already at war. I think they already have a master and not the next one at war. Unless these guys change their mind on the whole subject to interaction. And then we don't have political power for unification. Okay, opinion in the capital is continuing to improve. Would be better if the corporation was not abusing their power. And it would be better if the fear went down. The fear is going down, so that's fine. Would like your to be better, but that's fine. Perfect happiness. About as good as that happiness is going to get. Until we have workers, obviously. And yeah, with no point to fight yet. Could hypothetically fight there. In fact, actually, yeah, let's fight there. Let's take that road hex. Not enough firepower. Okay, we might take it on the next turn. That mostly reduced the readiness of their units. And that's the turn. Let's cycle the turn and hope that we get some more political power. Because that's actually the thing holding up most of our expansion. We got one miner we want to unify with. We got another miner we want to get a protectorate with. We got another miner. We got the Guardians. The Guardians we really want to unify with as well. Dome breach. Whoops. Deadly alien pathogen. Okay, that's not great. Stress the need for more protection or for more production.
Copy that.
Not gonna mess with the budget. Not gonna change anything with the council budget. Dome breach. Basically, I pay 6 more political power to make it more likely to succeed. I want it to succeed, so statistically speaking, much more likely to succeed if I'm going to help, because it gets plus 50. And plus 50 is the difference between, like, we're going to succeed half the time. And we're going to succeed, like, 75% of the time. So
received.
I'll support, and that makes it a success. Same sort of thing with the pathogen here. The pathogen is actually a little bit more difficult, so I also definitely want to lean in onto getting it successfully. Critical success, which reduced the damage almost nothing. Good to see. Okay, these are confeds as well. Not in a position to offer protection to them. We already gave them protection.
Order acknowledged.
We got protection with them. Okay, that's good to see. Unification, we don't have political power enough to do. of the two we'd be thinking about, which is these two, this one's the one more likely to succeed. Oh, I do really want my solar panels, because I'm reaching the point where it's like I need more bureaucracy. I need the bureaucracy to expand to meet the needs of my expanded bureaucracy. Oh, I don't like the yellow and reds here. Yellow and red is logistical issues. Probably bullets, actually, based on who's getting which colors. Yeah, mostly ammo. The units that went and fought used a bunch of their ammo, and the ammo, unlike the food, has to come from the capital. So the poor logistical situation around the capital is an issue there. But anyway, we're still going to push our luck by carrying out an attack with low ammunition. I think we'll still have enough ammunition to successfully squish the pocket.
Mission successful.
Yes, we did. Move these guys north to help the shield guy prevent the nomads from running too much amok. I don't necessarily want to piss the nomads off, so I'm going to be careful with how I do picketing around them, but because if we can, we want them to sell us munitions instead of fight them. There's very little gain from fighting them, and staying at peace with them, at least temporarily, is a source of munitions. Because if there's one thing our nation currently has, it's money. And there's one thing our nation would probably want more of, it's bullets. Just preferably not being shot at us. So we got protection with them. That might actually have been a good thing to get, because it says at war. Did you really flip from protectorating them to, or making them your subject to being at war with them? You did. I suppose I might have tried something like annexation play, and they failed. That would make sense. Ooh, pheromone device. On the Foreign Affairs Counselor.
Copy that.
So, pheromone device has presumably just made him a lot better at his job. Granted, what we're getting here is sort of conflicting results, because I believe we're getting both the advisor assigned to him and the Foreign Affairs Counselor himself. So the advisor, I think, is actually better than the Foreign Affairs Counselor. Yeah, 100 on the diplomacy versus the Foreign Affairs Counselor is only 71. I suppose if I really wanted a much better result, I should have done it on the Foreign Affairs Counselor, but the advisor, because it would have been the greater achieving one. When you have an advisor advising a counselor like that, you roll, both of them roll, and you take the better result. So I made the worst roller better. Didn't make him good enough to be better than the better roller. So that means when it comes to doing more average result DC things, I'm going to be much more likely to succeed. Killed 200 infantry, 20 tanks, lost 200 infantry in exchange, which I think that was a fair trade. For a pocket we're going to have to clear, that was a good change. And a Gravonic Collector, which may allow me to do stuff that I would have otherwise had to wait for the solar panels for.
Yes, sir.
Harness the power of the computing node. Is that really gonna... It's gonna be 50 more BP a turn, okay. Thank you, random events, for giving me more bureaucracy. And more power. Well, the more power isn't necessarily random event, the more power is from our archaeological efforts. So we just went ahead and deployed ourselves... Where is it? There it is. One Gravonic Collector. It's going to require 100 workers for upkeep, but it's going to produce a nice whopping 500 energy a turn. So with that, if I have the resources, we're golden for building. So right now, it looks like we want more metal. So we extend to that node. We can build a mine there. Because we got the power to power the mine.
Order received.
So we'll expand that mine. That one's a bit in the middle of nowhere. Once the colonists start arriving as requested, we'll set up a colony to mine that metal. Do we have enough? We don't have enough political power for unification. It's a bit of a shame. Offer protections. We did do. Not gonna succeed. No matter how much I try. Oh, there's another miner back there. Can we get peace with them? Yes. Get us peace with them. Thank you. Territory, okay. Do we have protection with them? We do. Want to swap to client state with them? No. Okay, so we're waiting for more political power. Done what we can with our current political power. The Western Front, until I have the... Well, until I have the extra troops come over here, we should probably stay static on the west. We should focus on moving troops east to deal with the much more pressing problem. Of how to deal with the roaders. Don't need petrol, otherwise we could expand to that fuel deposit. Same here, expand to that fuel deposit as well. Definitely don't have the metal to build rail lines out to other cities. Right, that'd be almost 800 metal. So this turn we can't do that. But with the rail asset done, we should have more logistics going back and forth between there and the capital. So the logistics issue is the capital That should have solved the logistics. I have a suspicion it might also be a little bit of us not having any, well, not owning any drug depots outside of the capital. We're running off of the private ones elsewhere. Capital minions rising. 7-up's nice. 7-up's a good sign. And militancy increasing is nice to see as well. This one I think is still declining due to the low cast score, and it is. This one's going up. Capital I think is still suppressed due to low loyalty. So you have population happiness and you have loyalty. Loyalty lags behind happiness. So the happier the city gets, as a delayed effect, the happier the higher the loyalty will get. But if you have a short-term like opinion change, it won't necessarily affect loyalty because loyalty lags. Okay. Because we had ammunition delivery issues, I'm not going to attack this turn. I'm going to see how they respond to our troops advancing. I may attack next turn. Probably here, depending on how they move around. Almost got these guys in position to sort of encourage the nomads to move backwards. When the nomads are at war with you, they don't attack your units. And their units tend to, unless they're at war with someone, move around randomly. So if you can kind of form a wall such that the way they have to go is away from you and not towards you, if you're in a state of peace like I am with them, they'll tend to move away from you. So if I can get enough guys there that their choice is not move or move away, I can kind of get my border back. Which is what I'm trying to do right now. At the same time, I'm hoping that we get some decisions on whether or not they want to trade with us. Well, whether or not we want to trade with them. Because that's a way to get their opinion up with us. Don't really want to piss the governor off, but at the same time, I want the fist points. So, we made a bad request.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to spend political power on improving a city right now. And I'd much rather spend it on a unification.
Order acknowledged.
And a failure. So we rolled twice. The better of the roll would have been 121, but it is against 3D100 and 64, so there's quite a bit of variance in that roll. No chance of success there. Already made them already made a prediction of them. And they're at war with the majors, so they're apparently adjacent to one of the other majors. How is the victory overview looking? Okay, we're still in the front with a fifth of the world's population. So we're well in the lead. With the guy that we met actually being in second. So this guy who's vaguely friendly is actually number 2. Okay, I think the supply issues we're hopefully having are ammunition. No, we're having a little bit of a food issue as well. Which is not a good thing to be seeing. I am seeing that we're getting a lot more metal in, which is good to see. That means I can push more of the logistics onto the rail asset, away from the truck assets, free them up for supplying the infantry. So, finish that rail line. This one might be a bit too expensive. Yeah, not going to do that one right away. But as part of that, you are going to get a railhead. We're static on this front. Well, I know why I'm looking. It's because I'm thinking about it, but there's nothing really to do there. Pile in on this guy, yeah.
Going in. Mission successful.
Okay, I think that is the turn. Waiting for political power to do stuff in the political scene. Waiting for metal to expand the rail network. Hoping the logistical situation improves. And we already got mines building. So we got a metal mine building there. Oh, I don't own that one. And everything roughly is going up, except for the machine parts, obviously. Right now we have to occasionally make our machine parts. Unless we luckily get them, or unless we get lucky and get them from ruins. Which is another reason I want more Google power, so we can do more archaeology, so we can have an understanding of what is in our ruins and which ruins we need to prioritize. Oh, and it looks like the colonists came in. We got like 3,000 colonists in the capital. Okay. Wasteful accident, that's never good. Yes, you get my full support in dealing with the wasteful accident. Critical success, danger did not increase. Okay, so we completely managed to mitigate the waste disposal issue. Offering ammunition. So I could say no to get some enforcement. But no, we want them to be happier with us, so yeah. We'll give you some money in exchange for your ammunition. I'm going to take a little bit of territory off of them. So basically trading opinion that we just gained back for some territory. If I can encourage them to go back, I would like to take the derelict ancient mech here. Because it is helping us a little, would have helped us with a little bit of research. And okay, if we were to go to war with them, the big prize would be this machinery labyrinth. Which would provide one machinery a turn. Which, early game is nothing to sneeze at. Machinery is quite valuable. Getting free machinery thus is usually pretty strong. Here, the professional army units that I have over here are maybe not going to perform the best because they're actually pretty far away from their HQ. Okay, we got a pretty good surround on this guy. Let's hammer this guy hard. Take the hex off of him.
Going in. Mission successful.
And that's basically what we're going to keep doing every turn. Is every turn we're going to take 1 hex off of these guys until they run out of hexes. Using our overwhelming numbers to just sort of shock and awe the opposing forces. And then once we're done, we can free up those troops to form pickets. Probably actually finally send the professional soldiers home. Can we merge these two into one unit? 2 units in a unit is pretty sad. Yes, okay. There we go. Full-size unit. Much prefer a full-size unit over a partial unit. Now looks like we have the metal to finish the rail line. So with that, I believe everywhere will be connected, or every major city will be connected by rail to the capital, and that's from UMHQ. So now it will just come down to, if we're having those issues like we're having here, that's probably last mile issues coming from the truck depots. Which I suppose, because we're not necessarily having fuel issues right now, this zone is reasonably happy. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to nationalize the truck depots. That would be most associated with our current supply issues. I'm going to let this place keep its truck depot for the moment, because I don't think that's going to help transferring, but yep. And then we got plenty of power. So if I wanted to, we can keep expanding the mine, or set up another mine. Actually, probably set up another mine is probably what I want to do. I may hold off until get the solar panel, because I can use the solar panel to decide where I want the city center. I don't necessarily want the city center on the mine, if that makes sense. I may want it a little bit more centrally located. Oh, there's another place which would probably be good to have make a mining city of. In fact, it may just be that one I might set up as the mining city by just setting up a truck hub. Yeah, so we'll set a truck hub up here.
Copy that.
Truck station. Once that truck station's done, I can use that as the center for a new city. And we'll use that city to get all of these iron deposits. Yeah. That's all I need to do. And then we can use those colonists to very rapidly build that place out. Oh, I suppose we're still getting... Well, we're still getting... some reserves of men recruited places. Okay, so the recruiting rate should drop down to 500 China. Unless we got another X perk like the Greyline mercs here that are providing us more mercenaries that I've missed and forgotten about. Maybe. Because we got this asset. We got the Babel Dojo. We got the mercenary post. So we should be getting 500. Apparently got 800 last turn. Oh, we got the refugee camp providing more colonists. That's nice to see. Okay, either way, everything is improving, which is good to see. Would like to see a little bit more opinion improvement with the capital. Capital's still below 50. But upward bound is good to see, one way or the other. I think currently we have a goal on to get soldier happiness to a certain level, so I suppose assaults in low supply situations are probably not good for that, but Whoops. Also, just having troops in low supply is probably not good for that. Four decisions. I'm complaining about the potentially low soldier morale due to not being nice to the soldiers, and apparently I'm being nice enough. Oh, there we go. There's our solar energy. We don't necessarily need it right this minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these guys back into green supply. Because it'll help a little bit with supply, and we'll make them a little bit happier, I think, in the long run. Okay, I might get a little greedy this turn, and we'll try to go for 2 hexes. We'll do the top and the bottom hex. Collapse them into the last hex in the middle.
Going in. Mission successful.
I'm taking a little bit of an overstacking penalty here, but
Going in.
shouldn't hopefully be too much of a problem, and it doesn't appear to be.
Mission successful.
Apparently I actually have enough readiness on some of these units, enough action points left that we could carry a follow-up attack to try to complete this. You know, I will try.
Attack formation.
Yep, there we go.
Mission successful.
That problem is dealt with. And that will, in future turns, free up the troops. Don't have enough bureaucracy yet that I don't want to do that. Well, you got enough power, I'm not too worried about power plant. I am going to want hospitals.
Yes, sir.
Not sure if I should really be prioritizing them right now,
Affirmative.
but I'm not going to spend the political power to bring up the spending balance. I don't think I have anyone to propose peace on. Just flicking around with this to check, 'cause it's the quickest way to check. Offer protection. We might have a few people we can offer protection on. Won't succeed there yet. You're at war with the major. You are at war with the major. You're at war with the major. Do I roll unification? Or do I want to try to roll offer client state? Roll the offer unification. It's possible to succeed where the client state isn't. And we'd use the Shadow Spy on getting the offer protection off over the offer of client state.
Order acknowledged.
Let's try some more archaeological efforts.
Yes, sir.
Okay, success. I know that's not near the capital, it would have been somewhere else. That is a really good archaeological site. Very rare. Very valuable, so there's about 19 very rare artifacts there. However, very unusable location for the moment. Game does have that sense of humor sometimes. Okay, we're going to make a new zone here.
Copy that.
Obviously, we're going to expand the zone borders to cover the mines. We're going to give it... I'm going to go one more rung out. Isn't necessarily necessary to do this, because the only thing we're going to have is mines. This truck hub's done. Don't need to give it a solar panel yet. We got the power. I could hypothetically do a bureaucratic office here. But no, I'm going to focus just on those mines. So it's going to take 1,000 workers to build each of these mines.
Copy that.
So we're going to go colonist. I can't do this yet because apparently I don't have logistics there yet. I don't have sufficient logistics there. Well, that's sort of a problem. Probably all the infantry over here are taking up all logistics, to be fair. Okay, so I think that's all the movement we're going to do for the turn. We still have these guys marching forward. At some point, I might actually just put them back on the rails and ship them back home, but we'll find out. We'll see how many I've got spare after I've run up the pickets. I've got spare troops to disband. What I was going to do if I had the logistics to put the colonists in is I'd put the 200 workers in, or the 2,000 workers for the 2 mines, and then give the city like 4,000 population. But I'm not going to be able to do that, so we're going to have some very unproductive construction for a turn, which will be fine. It's not the end of the world. In theory, now that we don't have any troops shooting once the ammunition gets deployed, our logistical needs will decline. You know, I'm just autocratic enough to use that sub-vocalization tower. This galactic replicant error asset will appear. It's an asset piece of ancient technology. Uses specific ways to calm down the people.
Affirmative.
We'll just put that in the capital. Oh, we can see that the militancy in the capital is now starting to decline, or starting to increase again. It says it went down by 4. For whatever reason, that math is not including the militia houses plus 6. So that's why we're at 2. It went up by 6, went down by 4 to a net of 2. But that's going to continue to improve as the loyalty goes up. And with that, we'll start actually being able to have some militia again. Cap 1 guy to be a governor to a mining town,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
I don't have the total power to spend on upgrading any cities. Presumably have the issues I was talking about, yeah. And I still don't have logistical capacity to deploy anything there. Yeah, okay, that's an issue. It is growing. Migration has given it another 1.6 thousand people. Oh, I actually hit the stack limit on a tile. So the maximum number of, and the maximum happens to be 16. 16 is the number of independent units you put on a square. That's one reason you might want to go to bigger units instead of just spamming out lots of little units. Yeah, so you don't hit the stack limit in tiles as frequently. And then political power, if we could. Probably don't have... We're not going to succeed at a protectorate. Again, we probably don't have that shadow diplomat yet. Nope. One other thing I might do is our secretary really doesn't like us. I forget which roles the secretary affects, but I think it's time to... We've got the political power coming in. Oh, he has control over the salaries. Interesting. Anyway, we don't want someone that's such low opinion and control of everything. So, wait, no. Wrong button.
Copy that.
I hit the wrong button. We want him to lose his job, not me to lose my job. Gotta push the right button. Want to relieve him of duty. And apparently need more political power to do that. Okay. We'll come back. With more political power next time. Okie dokie. Alright, we should cycle the turn. Looking at the time, I let this episode go a bit long, so this will be the last end turn of this part. I might record one more part tonight, so if you're watching on YouTube, expect there to be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I will record one more part. So basically we're watching this end turn to see if any surprises happen before we go ahead and put the part break in. We're not expecting any surprises. Everything's going roughly according to plan. What lax plans we have, everything's going according to it. So until the next part, wish you all a good luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.